Hi everybody, it's Craig Stephen at the Canadian Wildlife Health Cooperative. I'm here today to introduce to you a video I took up at the Horn Lake Caves in Vancouver Island to talk to you a little bit about bats and the importance of bats in Canada. This is sort of to help start off our, let's call it the salute to bats at the Canadian Wildlife Health Cooperative, where we want to feature this very important species and tell you a little bit about why they matter in Canada, both to us and to our ecology, and some of the challenges that they're facing. We'll have a few videos over the next few weeks, as well as some informational posters and facts on Facebook and some of our other websites. So I'm going to switch over to the Horn Lake Caves in Vancouver Island. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the background of bats and why they matter and we should care about them.
Before we start talking about some of the threats to bats, like white nose syndrome, let's talk about why bats are important to us. Bats are probably one of the most underappreciated species in terms of their economic and ecological value for us, even their public health value. A bat can eat up to 1,000 mosquitoes an hour, and that's really important when we have diseases like West Nile virus, which is spread by mosquitoes. And as climate change, we might see more of those mosquitoes coming to Canada. They're also really important for agriculture and forestry, where a colony of bats can eat millions of insect pests a year. And of course, by eating those pests, they save us billions of dollars in pesticide use. Bats could be thought as the ultimate organic insecticide. They decrease the need for us to use toxic chemicals that can have secondary effects on other wildlife species. But there's a lot of threats to them. Some of the threats include disease like white nose syndrome, which has killed almost 7 million bats since it was introduced to North America 7 years ago. It's in eastern Canada now and much of eastern United States, introduced from Europe, and has sent some species onto the endangered species list, or at least they've been nominated for endangered species. But white nose syndrome isn't their only threat. Habitat destruction is probably one of their biggest threats, where they're losing places that they traditionally used, old buildings, wells, and even disturbances in caves like this. So we need to think about how we can deal with those sorts of threats, as well as new threats like wind turbines. As we have new wind energy, bats seem to not like those wind turbines, and we have significant mortality around them. So figuring out how to position those turbines to save them, dealing with other pesticides that might reduce their food, and having a comprehensive bat health program. I think there's the three fundamental P's of that bat health program. We want to protect the bats, protect their habitat, protect their status so that they're properly looked after. We want to provide for what they need to recover. Simple things like replacing habitat that's lost by building bat boxes is something we can do. And finally, we want to prevent problems. We want to prevent the spread of diseases like white nose, and we want to prevent new diseases from coming in. Over the course of the next 3 weeks, we're going to have a variety of videos and information online for you to look at so that you hopefully will care about bats, see their value, and take a role in trying to protect this very important species to Canada. Thanks very much.